what better time than episode 171? Your Mother and Midnight, the podcast. Josh and Jesse. Coming at you. How are you? The Bachelor lifestyle. How's that treating you?
It's going okay, but it sucks being alone, honestly.
Yeah. It does suck being alone.
So I'm just like super bored and nothing has meaning. But yeah, I've been watching some movies that aren't the podcast movie. Do you want to hear about those?
We're not there yet.
Okay, we're not there yet. No.
No. When does she come back?
Monday or Tuesday.
It was Monday, Australia time.
Yeah, it's confusing. The 23rd. So Tuesday.
Hey, Jesse, you watch any movies lately?
Hey, yes, I have indeed. I watched a movie a few days ago called Crimson Tide. It's got Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman in it. It's like a submarine movie. It was awesome.
Classic.
Yeah. Gave that one 8 out of 10. Then I watched 12 Angry Men, the original from the 50s. That was also very good. That one's supposed to be good. And it is. I give that one a 9 out of 10. Then I watched the podcast movie, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And then just a few hours ago at the theater, I went and saw Obsession with a work friend.
I feel like you were going to say you went and saw Obsession. Obsession is a movie that we've wanted to see for a long, long time now. We're waiting for it to show up on some sort of video, but they keep pushing it back because it's just making so much money.
Right. Do you want me to tell you anything about... Do you want me to tell you about my experience or not tell you anything? Would you rather I do?
I think I know enough about it that you can tell me about your experience.
Okay, I'll read you my review. Well, no, I won't read my review because it's not really one you can really... It was very scary. It was probably the scariest movie I've ever watched. And I feel like I've always said like, oh, I'm totally fine with scary movies. That's because I don't think I had actually seen one. And then I watched this one. And I was doing a lot of watching like this. And yeah, it was very good.
In theaters too, that's bold.
Yes. But, you know.
Yeah, we have a new Twitch subscriber, but I feel like it's not genuine.
Probably not.
Because it reads a lot like the last time somebody did this.
Mm-hmm. But that's okay. We like the engagement. Whether you're a bot or not, that's our motto. Did you watch any movies that weren't the podcast movie?
I feel like we did, but I can't remember. I don't think maybe we didn't.
Okay.
Maybe we didn't. I don't think so. We want to watch Obsession. We want to watch Backrooms. Hokum is another one we want to watch. We do love the scary movies.
Mm-hmm.
But we've just been so tied up in Love Island.
Wow.
Getting into Love Island. It's episodes every day.
I love Island. Basically, for the people who don't watch the show, I'll explain it to you. It's kind of like Survivor, but every task is like a dating task. And, you know, if you do well, then you get immunity and you can't get voted off. But typically, I think you're voted off based on sexual performance. I believe is how it works. And, yeah, it's like sexy Survivor, right?
I mean, kind of, in the way that they're both filmed in Fiji. It's a villa, not an island. They don't vote each other out that I know of. But there are people that go home because they aren't in a couple. But America's Sweethearts, the Dallas Cheerleaders Netflix show also came out. It came out yesterday, and obviously both of us are on holidays, me and you. And my fiance works from home 2 days a week. So
Right.
we binged 6 out of 7 episodes yesterday.
On the
So that
clock.
was cool. They're like hour episodes. So yeah, kind of sad now that I think about it.
Okay. Nice.
Have you? So you're off this week, which I guess is adding to the kind of sadness you're feeling, because if you were at work, obviously you'd have 8 hours where you weren't really thinking too much about your sadness, but you're home or going to see movies with work friends.
Yeah, it's contributing to the sad vibes I got going on, along with the big forehead vibes as well.
How's your eating going? You eating good?
Yeah, I'm eating enough. I'm doing fine eating. I'm being a good boy. I would say I'm like, instead of making something for breakfast, I'll like go to Tim Hortons or something. But at least I'm eating something.
Have you ever used like Skip or Uber Eats or anything?
Yeah, it's too
wants to.
Well, it's too expensive to do it that way.
It is.
Like
sometimes it's nice because you're like, I deserve it.
Mm-hmm. Well, my first day, I think it was the second, or maybe the second day that Mackenzie was gone. I think it was on Friday. I was hungry, and I knew that one of the days that she was gone, I was going to order Chinese food. And so after work, I just drove to the Chinese food place that I like, and I just
East Garden.
Yeah, and I just ordered from them for takeout, and it's 10% off if you order takeout at the restaurant, plus none of the delivery fees and all that shit. So I got like what would normally be like $70-$80 was like $50.
Chinese food is so expensive, but it's so good when it's so good.
Oh yeah, so good. And I mean, I got a lot of food for that amount. It was like 3 meals.
Right, which is smart because, then you have 3 meals.
That's been helping with the eating as well, or that did anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm adulting, and yeah.
Yeah, it's good. You in your 30s, it's time to start adulting.
Yeah, I think so, for sure. I'm not like buying a house adulting, but I'm getting there. Excuse me, what?
Check the mail? Check your mail recently?
Oh, yeah, I checked it today. Just a bunch of junk mail.
Okay. Just making sure you're clearing it out so that people don't know, your mailman doesn't know that you're, not home.
Right. Yeah, I check it. Not to worry there.
Okay. So last week we did a podcast, and then now this week we're doing a podcast. But in that time, the FIFA World Cup has started.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Canada, kind of a disappointing tie with Bosnia, if we're being honest. They play again tomorrow. Today, if you're listening to this, which is exciting, Qatar, that should be a win, you would think. But Qatar did well against Switzerland, obviously. They drew Switzerland, who you're going to see next week.
Yes, correct.
Play Canada, which could be for first place.
Yeah. It's very exciting.
Depending on how these things go. Switzerland should smarten up and beat Bosnia. Canada should smarten up and beat Qatar. So, which would set up a first place derby, if you will. Have you been watching any soccer?
Not
time away from work.
None of the games live, but I've watched the highlights for every single game.
You do have Crave. Crave does play games.
Our Crave expired. And I was like...
Your Crave expired, okay.
And I was like, do I really need to watch the games and spend $12 a month? I was like,
Right.
I'll just watch the highlights, and then when it gets maybe further down the road or something, I'll watch them live.
Right. So, we both been off, and it's been lovely. This is a perfect time. When I took these 2 weeks off, I didn't even realize it was World Cup time. So, good for me. So it's been nice watching soccer every day.
It's
today.
Oh yeah.
Obviously. No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say it's a very fun sport to watch. Like, just not just the sport, I guess. Like this event. It's very fun watching people's national pride, like in the crowd and players and stuff.
Yeah. Just to go,
That's all I was going to say.
Even just have it in the background. Like, for example, like Uzbekistan and Colombia are playing right now. It's just like, who cares? Anyways, England, big game today was England Croatia. You're probably pretty gutted.
Yeah, unfortunate result, but the Croatian team is nowhere near the team that got to the finals versus France. They got Perisic and Luka Modric, but I mean they're 40. Both old. Yeah, they're old.
I was surprised that he was even playing, but I mean Ronaldo is 41, Messi's 38. Messi's still playing at a high level. Yeah, disappointing because Croatia usually beats England, but it was a very entertaining game.
Yeah, lots of shit happened.
I had fun. I had fun watching it. I think Croatia kind of got short end of the stick with some calls. But as a fan, sucks to suck, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another thing I watched today was Boogie Nights, 1997 blockbuster film starring Mark Wahlberg and Burt Reynolds, who apparently hated the film, didn't want to be in it, thought he was selling out, but wasn't getting any offers for film, so he just did it and then got nominated for Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. So
he did, but then I think he lost to
did not win.
Robin Williams. Robin Williams won for Good Will Hunting.
Patch Adams. Good Will Hunting. Have you seen Patch Adams?
I have seen Patch Adams.
That's on my list.
It's got Philip Seymour Hoffman in it.
Flubber. Man, Philip Seymour Hoffman. I think this is only it had Philip Seymour Hoffman and Philip Baker Hall in it.
Correct.
See a lot of this is a pretty heavy hitting cast. John C. Reilly, Don Cheadle, Julianne Moore, Heather Graham, Alfred Molina was in it briefly.
Yeah,
Dr. Octo Man.
He's in my favorite scene in the whole movie, I think.
That was your favorite scene? Anyways, Boogie Nights. Quick takeaways on my side, and then I'll let you get into it.
Okay.
I don't think I like Mark Wahlberg as an actor.
Okay.
Especially not a serious actor.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do it for me. Leo was supposed to be in this film. Leonardo DiCaprio. He was offered the film. He turned it down for Titanic. He regrets the move, saying, I could have done both. Also, it was too long.
Yeah, it was long.
I get it's late 90s. It's like perfect time for a 2.5 hour movie. It didn't have to be 2.5 hours. They could have cut some stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, how did you like it?
Well, I agree with the things you said for sure. How are your spring rolls, by the way? Where'd you get them? Are they frozen?
Yeah, they're frozen.
Okay. There he goes. He's going to go show me the packaging.
They're in French for some reason. Oh, because they're Costco, I believe. So the first half is probably the English side. So the second half is the French side. Veggie.
Reload the vegetables. Yum. Vegetable spring rolls.
Plum sauce.
Plum sauce. One of my top 3 sauces, I would have to say. Yeah.
Apple.
Well, sweet and sour, of course, and honey mustard. Yeah, I agree with you. I can't say I was crazy about Mark Wahlberg, which is, I mean, he was in the whole thing. So, that tends to be a problem. Although I think I remember liking him in Fear. Didn't we think he did all right with that one?
Yeah, but he wasn't like the star.
Well, he was one of 2.
Yeah, but I feel like he was only in like the last half of the film.
Okay.
But he was good when he played like the villain. But he wasn't the villain here.
Right. Kind of turns into a bad guy.
Jerk.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's not a great guy, but he's still
the
protagonist of the film.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. While I was watching it, I mean, it's one of those movies, I've heard a million times. It's supposed to be really good. People love.
Also on Crave, by the way.
Oh, there you go. I didn't watch it that way. People love Paul Thomas Anderson, which is fair because he's made some really good movies that I've seen.
One Battle After Another.
Yep. And also There Will Be Blood, which is extremely good. But this one I just oh yeah. But this one I thought was good but not great. I just kind of had, I don't know, it just felt pretty formulaic. And I just obviously there was like the phases, like he's this young kid getting into this world that he's, he probably shouldn't be, or maybe he should, I don't know, a bit sort of more morally ambiguous. And then obviously he starts doing really well, and then the downfall, So I feel like I've seen that story before, and I just wasn't that particularly interested in any of those phases. Like I was more like, wow, it was, a 2.5 hour long movie. I think really good, engaging 2.5 hour long movies. I'm still on board by near the end of it, and the time flies because I'm enjoying myself. Whereas with this one, I was kind of just like waiting for it to end. It's like, let's wrap it up here. I just wasn't particularly invested in any particular part of it. You feel a similar way, or?
I do agree with you. Yes. So when you said that scene was your favorite scene in the movie, by that point I was a little checked out because I was like ready for it to end. Like where is this going? So that scene, and then the scene before when like he got beaten up, and then Burt Reynolds was beating up the guy at the same time. That would have had much more impact for me if maybe it happened 30 minutes before. Like if that was coming in at an hour and a half or before, then I think this is a different movie, different score, I'd be giving. But it did drag on a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think that scene came along when I pretty much knew the full trajectory of what was going to happen. So I was kind of like, yeah, let's just wrap this thing up. I already basically know what's going to happen. Yeah, I think you're right. It would have been better sooner.
Thank you.
Yeah. But the scene that I mentioned, I thought that scene was really tense. And yeah, I liked the guy throwing the firecrackers, and every time they're so on edge, they're flinching every single time.
Yeah, not in the script. It was kind of just somebody was like, hey, can I just throw firecrackers all the time? And they were like, yeah, let's try it.
Well, it's a great idea, especially when like they're so on edge about guns, about them having one and the other guy having one, and each one sounding like a gunshot. I thought that was a good scene.
Yeah. It was based on a true story because this this film, or it was a short film or a book before, based on some guy's life. And so that happened to him. There was like a shooting in a place. And so that's why it was there. But if you didn't know that, it kind of felt kind of, it didn't really fit the film, that scene. Like, what are we doing in here with guns? This is a porno film. Anyways, a little off putting, if you will.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't a perfect movie. Certainly not the best from the old PTA that I've seen. But it could have been a matter of just one of those movies where people hype it up so much that it's impossible to watch it and meet those expectations. Or it just wasn't good. I don't know. I mean, it's good, but not great.
People liked it at the time and since, because it was kind of, I mean, it was a story we hadn't really seen in the mainstream Hollywood. So it was like, and I enjoyed the film and I thought it was well done.
Yeah.
So like, I get it. Somebody's favorite, 100%. This is somebody's favorite movie.
Yeah.
Not Burt Reynolds. How did you feel at the end? So this movie ended with them just getting back into it and doing more. There was no character change.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about that either, because I thought a lot of, I mean, not exactly the same story, but the same sort of story arc I was thinking of Goodfellas. You seen Goodfellas? Okay. Well, it's the similar thing. You know, a young kid gets into the wrong group, and then he's successful, and then at the end of their careers or that lifestyle, you know, thing goes way downhill. Most people die and stuff like that. And I thought, well, that's a good movie, and I think that trajectory makes more sense. Like, you want to see what you know is coming is like full on failure and what that means. And there's no like redemption at the end, and they can go back to what it was like. So yeah, for like this one, just kind of like, oh yeah, let's just kind of go back to how it was. It's kind of like, yeah, there's no real payoff at the end. I don't know.
Yeah, like, I mean, Don Cheadle, he was successful. He just had to watch 3 people die in front of him.
Yeah.
Steal some
Sometimes
money.
that's just what you gotta do. Yeah. I thought that.
Well, William H. Macy also, forgot about him.
Right. And see, I thought that was a bit of a flaw as well. Is like the characters in this movie that were like frankly, a bit more interesting and more complicated, like Philip Seymour Hoffman's character, and was I thinking Don Cheadle? No, maybe not Don. I had someone else in mind, but anyway, like a character like Philip Seymour Hoffman is like, we didn't really get to see that much of him, and I thought he was one of the more interesting characters. Oh, William H. Macy, you said it. Yeah, like he was obviously struggling, and we just kind of like felt like more of the butt end of a joke than more of what could have been fleshed out a bit, you know?
Yeah, I think maybe this movie would have been better if Mark Wahlberg and his character weren't in it, or weren't like the main focus. If he would have focused more, given William H. Macy's character more time, Philip Seymour Hoffman's character more time, Don Cheadle's character more time.
Yeah.
Like, make it more of like a Ocean's 11 kind of thing, where Don Cheadle, where like there is no main character. It's just there's a story and they follow many people. But this is clearly the Dirk Diggler story.
Yeah, yeah. That was something I noticed about Northern Lions review. about this movie. He said, and he gives it 5 stars. He really enjoys it. And he's like, well, it occurred to me that I could tell you, spend 10 minutes talking about each character because there's enough sort of substance about each character that are in it, like the 10 main characters or whatever it is. And I think in a sense that is right. But then for me, the negative is that there are some characters that I find more interesting than Dirk that I wish I got more of. Like I don't want just a little glimpse of them. I want like to see more of them.
I'm glad I didn't watch that review. I should actually watch that.
Watch that?
Now. Watch his review of it.
It's just like on
movie review.
Letterboxd. I just like follow his Letterboxd, and then whenever he watches a movie, he'll write his little review. So I just read his.
I can't read.
Took 171 episodes for that to come to light. I'm glad you.
Well, that's why when you looked at this guy's message, and I just see words, I'm like, oh, it looks, yeah, it must be the same.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg had mommy issues. That was fun.
Yeah.
Julianne Moore, her character was interesting too. Like we could have spent a lot of time on these, but we didn't. That's okay. It was only a 2.5-hour movie.
Only. So yeah, certainly lots of good performances. Maybe I wasn't crazy about Mark Wahlberg. I thought the soundtrack was really good.
Yeah. Late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, I thought that was good. And that's the same thing with Goodfellas. Is like it's like a 30-year span, or maybe 20 years or something. Certainly longer than this one is, but this one we see, year after year, and like perhaps the pornography business was more, I guess, just blossoming maybe in the 70s, and then in the 80s it came out of fashion or something. Like how this depicted there.
I don't know.
But yeah, anyway, it's sort of a similar thing as they did in Goodfellas. I couldn't help but compare it to that because it was similar in a lot of ways. No giant penis though.
There was a giant penis. Yeah. Mark Wahlberg, he's like a meme at this point. That's why he talks.
Yeah.
He's not that good of an actor, I guess. Yeah. I feel like I was going to say something else, but I can't remember now. It's going to be really smart, too.
I'm sure it was.
I think Boogie Nights is a name for this film.
Sorry, you asked me what I thought about it?
The name of the film.
Yeah,
Boogie
yeah.
Nights.
Oh, what do I think about it? Yeah, I don't know. I never really thought about it at all. Didn't give it any thought.
What do you think about it? I never really thought about it.
Yeah, I haven't really thought about it. What do you think about it?
I don't know if it fits. Yeah, it's the 70s, sure.
Yeah.
Kind of boogier they're doing. Maybe you call it something like
Penis Nights.
Porn.
You can't just call it porn, unfortunately.
Maybe you call it yeah, maybe Boogie Nights does work, I guess. Anyways, send me a text if you have a better name for Boogie Nights.
Yeah, text us.
Because there's only one person who knows who's listening to this, and they'll text me.
Yeah, Janet, if you don't mind letting us know what you think. Thank you.
You really found Obsession scary.
I did.
What made, like, was it jump scares or just like the way it made you
No,
feel? Like
I,
cringy or
mm, I don't know. Cringy, maybe not uncomfortable, but I think it just didn't fall into a lot of horror tropes. Like I feel like with other scary movies that I've seen, it's like I know exactly when this jump scare is going to happen or this scary thing is supposed to happen, but I just didn't quite follow that formula. And I thought the
how
soundtrack was extremely well done and added a lot to the atmosphere of it. And I felt like there was some moments in it that were, I feel like, probably pretty relatable for a lot of people, which I think would make it also scarier. I think it did make it scarier.
very indie film
Yeah,
making a lot of money.
yeah. I know it makes sense. It is very good. It's very good. It freaked me out because I watched like what movie did I watch not long ago that was in theaters? It was like kind of scary. I watched Weapons, and I was like, yeah, I
Hmm.
mean that one's like a little freaky, but not really. I never didn't really get scared. And the moments that were supposed to be scary, it just kind of like I saw them coming. Yeah, yeah, that wasn't like unexpected. But this one hit me with a lot of like unexpected stuff. So I recommend it. It's good.
How I think it comes out on video in a week. How full was the theater?
I think if I were to guess, there was like 10 people.
Did you go yesterday?
No one today. The showing was at
You went today.
4:45. Yeah.
You paid full price?
My friend bought me the ticket as a birthday gift.
Right. Sorry. That's what I was going to say. About 30 minutes ago, I was going to bring up the fact that this is the birthday episode, the annual Jesse birthday episode.
Mm-hmm. 2 days from
We're
now,
doing
but
Boogie Nights. Your
close
favorite.
enough.
Well, I know,
Yeah.
but like we do it next week's episode is past, and we're not even doing it next week because you're you're in Vancouver. So like
Oh, that right. That's
then
right. That is
it's
on
the
a Wednesday.
end of June. End of June. I mean, July 1st is the next episode we're gonna do. Canada Day. Then it's a Canada Day episode.
My next
So
movie
this is
isn't
your
very
birthday episode.
Canadian.
Is it
I
American?
don't. No. Well, I don't know. The director, I think, is American.
Is Hugh Jackman in it?
Hugh Jackman is not in it.
Hmm.
That's right. We'll get to that in 7 or 8 minutes here.
Curious. Anyways, Boogie Nights. Anything else you want to talk about in regards to that film? Prosthetic penises. No women wore prosthetics, I believe.
Just had an epiphany about my next movie. No, I'm done talking about the penis, and I think I'm done.
Heather Graham only got the role because she's willing to be nude.
She was pretty prominently nude. She wasn't like egregiously nude though. She's like nude a couple times.
Not egregiously nude, no.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I think I've said what I want to say about it, and I feel like I think we've talked pretty intelligently about it. Sometimes we don't get there on some movies. I think this movie we did, and yeah, I think that's all I got to say about that.
When did you watch the film?
I watched it today. I watched 2 movies today.
Did you watch it before or after Obsession?
Before
Hmm.
I wouldn't have had time to watch
Brave.
it after.
Yeah. True. Before we get into scores, I messaged you today telling you that I know we're having a podcast today, but then I played pickleball, and then we had a big dog play date, and then we had another dog play date, and then we got home at like 8:30, and I'm like, oh, I'm ready just to eat some food and sit on the couch and watch Love Island, and then
Mhm.
Megan's like, you have a podcast. I'm like, oh my god, totally
This thing we do every week.
So
No, that I think that's happened to me a few times. Oh, right, the podcast. That's the thing that I do.
I think maybe that's why this is so intelligent, because I'm like awake and alert.
Awake and alert. Well, that's great. I guess we'll have to do that every week.
Yeah, not next week.
Not next week. Do you want to get into scores there, old Josh E-boy?
Yeah, how do you like the acting?
I thought the acting was good. I don't know if I necessarily thought that Mark Wahlberg's performance was bad. I just don't think I liked the character particularly that much. And it's hard to separate like what some of the bad things I know that he's done like in real life. It's like, yeah, he's kind of like not a great dude. So
he bought a zoo.
That's true. But I thought like overall the performances were pretty solid.
Was that Matt Damon? Did Matt Damon buy a zoo? Or
Yeah,
did
yeah.
Mark Wahlberg buy a zoo?
Yeah. Matt Damon bought a zoo. But I just kind of went with it. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of good performances. I thought Burt Reynolds was good. I thought Heather Graham was good. Julianne Moore was good. Philip Seymour Hoffman was good. I thought they were all pretty solid. And a lot of good side, like even like the smaller characters I thought were good as well. So I think I'd give acting an 8. Certainly well acted.
Yeah, I concur. Perhaps my problem with Mark Wahlberg, like you said, is his everything I know about Mark Wahlberg is like acting performances. I just don't find him a good actor. Would this have been a better movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? I don't know. But I'm not going to take it away from the rest of the cast, who I thought everybody else did a great job. 8.5 out of 10 for the acting. Don Cheadle, thought he was good. I'm an actor. Ending. Let me try to remember what the ending was like. Obviously the prosthetic penis, him like getting there. Would you consider the acting like when they were in the Alfred Molina house, or when he went back to Burt Reynolds to apologize, or was it just him sitting in front of a mirror being Buck Landing? Was that his name?
I don't remember.
I don't know when the ending was. All I know is that it should have happened half an hour before it happened. So I guess I was pretty ready for it to be over, which maybe affects my acting score. I'll give it a 6. 6 out of 10 for ending. 6 out of 10 for ending.
Yeah, I also wasn't crazy about the ending. Like how you put it, it's kind of like there's no like development there. It just kind of went back to where it was.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I wasn't crazy about the ending either. And also, yeah, the movie was too long. So I was a bit over it by that point. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10 as well.
How do you like the movie overall via a 10 scale?
I think I'm going to go a little unorthodox for this one. I think I'm going to go 6.75. Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, why?
I thought it was well acted. I think technically a good film. There was a lot of good things going for it. Really nicely shot and all that. I mean, nothing wrong with it there. I just thought the story wasn't particularly compelling. So I think if I were to go like just on story, I'd probably be like at a 6 or something. But I think there's enough there to push me closer to a 7, but not all the way there. 6.75.
Wild. Okay. I'm going to give the film a 7.5. 7.5. I thought the acting was good. I did enjoy the story. I did like how it's different, obviously, than anything we've seen, really. It was a little unorthodox. It kind of it did kind of lose me a little bit towards the end, a little bit too long. The ending wasn't great, but overall, I probably had a good time. I like the film. 7.5.
Okay, I like that.
Boogie Nights, 1997 movie that lost, nominated for 3 Academy Awards, including Best Original Screenplay. Julianne Moore, Best Supporting Actress, Best Supporting Actor, but they probably all lost, which is okay.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose in life. It's natural.
And that's just how it is.
Yeah.
What are we watching next week? But you choose now. You don't do the number thing. So.
Yeah, because there's one I was like, I just need to. There's a glaring omission in my watching history. I've never seen a movie with this man in it. And I learned a few things. This man was actually in the movie we just watched, but not like directly in it. I would say his image was in the movie quite a few times, but he himself was not in it. And the director of one Jim Cotta directed this movie as well, who has this man in it. That was my epiphany that I made. And that movie is Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee. I've never seen a Bruce Lee film.
That's interesting to me. Not that you haven't seen a Bruce Lee film, but I think Enter the Dragon is on my list, which I only added when Chuck Norris died. Like Chuck Norris is in this one, right?
I don't know if he's in Enter the Dragon. He's in a Bruce Lee film, but I don't think it's Enter the Dragon.
He's in a one with Dragon in it. Let me just see if it's on my wheel. I lost my wheel. Why have I lost my wheel? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. That's sad. Enter the Dragon.
Yep.
Very Japanese. Jim Kelly, the football player? Not Chuck Norris.
Japanese. Bruce Lee is Chinese.
Sorry, I just had a spring roll.
Oh, fair enough.
Japanese in my mind. Jackie Chan plays a henchman.
Okay. There you go. He sure does.
Bruce Lee plays a character named Lee. That's cool.
Easier for him to remember.
Morrison?
I don't know.
This movie came out in 1973. Bruce Lee died in 1973. This is his final completed film before his death.
Chuck Norris is in The Way of the Dragon.
The Way of the Dragon, which would have been an earlier one, obviously. The one before this one, The Way of the Dragon. Are they related, or are they separate films?
I imagine you wouldn't have had to have watched the others to watch this.
Right. Kind of sad about my picker wheel. I gotta find. That's whatever. We have time.
Yeah. I think that's a nice, full-rounded, satisfying episode. What do you think?
Yeah. I thought it was a good, fun episode
Nice.
for
I
sure.
like it when you have fun because that means I also get to have fun.
Yeah, you know, I got to eat on camera. That's fun.
Yeah, I like that.
You like to
Dog
eat
in the
like you like to eat
No,
like
on the
cola
recording.
bottles and spring rolls and drink tea.
Yes. Also, I got a new treat at H Mart. I'm showing it to the camera so you can see as well.
Oh,
They're very tasty.
nice. You eat those a lot, do you?
Yum yum. Bite-sized pieces. I
Easy
dabble.
eat. Nice. I like dabbles. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Boogie Nights into end of the dragon.
Enter.
Which enter the end of the dragon, and then we'll do that in 2 weeks. Big Canada Day episode. Certainly not a Canadian film.
No. Nothing Canadian about it.
Kind of sucks how we get the Wednesday off, but then we have to work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah. You know, what can you do?
Yeah, great. Okay, what can you do but stop the episode? Thank you so much. Episode
Thank you so much,
171,
everybody.
Boogie Nights.
171. It's a big one.